the opportunity to do something that, to embark on a journey, which could be a monumental moment. With the utmost trust. And we only gained access, I mean, Catherine had reached out, and she'll tell you about this, reached out weeks before the event was going to happen. So it was about a scramble to try to get everything to put together and get over there. And for us, for me, from a producerial point of view, I was just like, well, is he compelling? Is he not? I mean, what's this person like? I mean, besides the fact that I thought the idea was really cool, but I also thought it was a little crazy and probably untenable. You know what I mean? I'll be honest, but I thought, if it's going to happen, let's do it. And so when I met Catherine, first and foremost, I said, okay, if anyone's going to lead this, she definitely could do this. And then two, we Skyped with Won, and at that point I was just like, let's go for it. But I'm going to let her tell it. You really answer
that. The question is why this film, right?
Basically.
So last night, I was out dancing at a club, and I promise this is a response to your question. There was a DJ, and he was on stage. I was very close. I was with some friends right here, and they, he goes, all my Nigerians, like, give me a shout, and my Jamaicans, my West Africans, and, my white people, and then my Asians, and he's just sort of naming, different nationalities and ethnicities, and he looks at me when he says Asians. I'm like the only Asian in like this African club. I live out in Kenya, so I like that music. But anyway, and I didn't want to respond because in my head, and I guess I was being too philosophical for 3 a.m., but I was like, why is he expressing, why is he explicitly pointing out that we're different in these ways? Like, why aren't we all here because, we like reggae music? Or why couldn't he say, hey, who here likes chicken? Or who here likes to wear red? Like, why do we have to be identified by these things? And so I purposely, just rebelliously didn't want to say anything when he said Asians. And when I was waiting for him to say something like, my people from Kenya, and then I was going to be like, yeah, but he didn't say Kenya. So, but I've been having these thoughts for many years. I started out as an international aid worker. I still do that work with the UN in a completely separate capacity. They should not be affiliated with the movie. They'll be mad if. This is my first movie. I quit my job at the World Bank, and right around that time, I read an article about what Won was trying to do, and it compelled me not only because I'm also Korean. I have family divided by the war. I'm also a musician, an amateur one. I sing, but I just felt like the story spoke to me for two reasons. I mean, this man that was trying something that was so bold, and in some ways, I sort of identified because I was leaving this like very comfortable job to do something that I felt was going to maybe make bigger impact than what I was doing at these international organizations. And second, just the us versus them mentality is something I've seen in every country I've worked in. This need to identify people by ethnicity or religion or whatever, and North South Korea is like the most arbitrary division ever. Like, I mean, there's just no need to make that distinction other than geopolitics and the fact that we've now been living separated. And I just thought what he was trying to do was so symbolic of that need and desire to just connect in a human way, and that's why I went for it. But that's the relevance of my clubbing story.